Hello, and welcome to Tula Being Mindful Movement. I'm Hannah, and I'll be your guide today. This is a great, invigorating practice to get you up and going and moving. Could be done first thing in the morning, or perhaps a little later on in the day, and you just want to shift some energy through your whole being. Let's go ahead and start at the top of our mats. Plant the feet a good hip width apart. Soften just a little through the knees. Arms beside the body. Take an inhale through the nose. And just feel yourself ground through the feet as you exhale through the mouth. Maybe you can now imagine that the breath is coming up through the soles of the feet and then back down through the soles of the feet. Continue in this circular way with your imagery of breath, moving through your whole being. In our life, there are many twists and turns. Sometimes we have to change direction incredibly quickly. We haven't planned for something and we have to go with the flow. Let's see if we can bring this idea to go with the flow through our practice on our mat today. When you're ready, inhaling through the nose, reach the arms up. Perhaps take the gaze up. Exhale, forward folding bow. Keep the knees bent. Bring your right hand a little more to center. You could place it on a block. Left hand towards the hip. And then deepen the bend through your right leg and straighten more through the left as you see if you can bring the left shoulder up towards the ceiling, attempting to stack it on top of the right. If you're comfortable extending that arm towards the sky, go ahead and reach left fingers upwards and turn the gaze if that works for your neck. And then lower the left hand, bend generously through the knees. Same thing on the other side, right hand to the hip now. Deepen the bend through the left leg, straighten more through the right. And then see where that right shoulder will go to, and maybe you're reaching right fingers towards the sky. Don't worry about trying to fling the right hand back. We want to keep the right fingers above the right shoulder, so no need to bring it all the way back. Let's concentrate on the right shoulder pulling back, not the hand. And then slowly lowering both hands towards the earth. Generously bow. Take another breath. Stay forward folded. Let the head lull. Take a halfway lift as you inhale. And then step the right foot back. Drop the knee towards the earth and bring the hands towards the sky. Sink the hips and take a twist. So you're looking towards the left, bend the elbows like cactus plants or stop signs. You can come up a little through the hips as you straighten and center your arms, your torso, and then deepen the hips again, turning towards the left side. Doing that 2 more times now. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Come to pause. Maybe you could reach back with the left hand, find somewhere along that right thigh, and then perhaps lower those fingers as you draw the right arm up and over. I'm looking down towards the left side of the mat. Perhaps you're there with me, or even turning the gaze behind you if you feel stable. And then windmill the right hand towards the earth, left hand to the sky. Lift the back knee and step back to a side plank. You could have the right forearm to the earth if you need it, but you're going to come onto the outer blade of the right foot as you step the left foot back. If you need more support, keep the left foot in front of you there. And that can also be just a really nice option. One more breath in your side plank. And then lower the hands to the earth. Chaturanga, you could drop the knees. Maybe you take a cat-cow or high to low plank, your choice. And then meeting in downward facing dog. Take a pause in your dog. Perhaps empty out those lungs as you empty the breath through the mouth. You're going to find your way to the top edge of the mat. Maybe you're stepping, walking, jumping. Take a halfway lift, inhale, and fold. Exhale, hands rise up, inhale. Hands to heart space, exhale. Hands rise. Go ahead and forward fold. Right hand to center, left hand to the sky, just for one breath. Bend deep through the right knee. Lower the left hand to the center, right hand to the sky, bending deep now through the left knee. Lower both hands to the earth, then take a halfway lift. This time step your left foot back, drop the knee towards the earth, and lift the arms. So we're going to deepen the hips without collapsing through the spine. So keep a little integrity through Uddiyana Bandha, our core. Bend the elbows as you twist the heart towards the right side. And then lift the hips a little bit. So coming back a little with the hips as you reach the fingers high and to center. And then deepen the hips as you twist. 2 more. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale and exhale. Pause. Perhaps you could find the back thigh with your left hand. I like to look out towards the earth on the right side of the mat, especially to begin with for stability. Imagine that you're finding length all the way through from your left knee, the front of the thigh, the hip, sideways in towards that left armpit to the left fingertips. And then gently windmill, left hand towards the earth, right hand towards the sky. Tuck the left toes and lift the knee. So it could be that you're hopping the right foot back a few times as we step back to our side plank. So I'm going to come onto the outer blade of the left foot, whoop, and step the right foot back. I felt like I was incredibly close to my sofa there, which I wasn't really. See if we can hold for one more breath. And then bring hands towards the mat. Your choice how you flow from there. Perhaps taking an up dog or a cobra. We are meeting in downward dog. And you might have simply pushed the hips back to find child's, then downward dog. One more breath. On your next exhalation, step, walk, or jump, top of the mat. Halfway lift. And to fold. Hands rise. And thumbs to heart space. We'll be slightly changing things in this round. Hands rise. Forward fold. Halfway lift. And then step your right foot back. Drop the knee to the earth. Hands rise. Inhale. And then hips deepen. Cactus plant, the elbows twist to the left. You've got 3 more of those. Inhale, rise up tall. Exhale, see if you can squat down. 2 more. 1 more. Pause, find the back thigh with left fingers, extend through the right arm. Windmill the right hand towards the earth, left hand to the sky. Tuck the back toes, pause, hold, hover. Turn the left toes out now and drop the outer blade of your right foot to the earth. And then see if you can lower the hips and reach your left hand towards the back of the mat. And then lift the hips and just tap the earth in front of you. And then lift that left hand, drop the hips again, reaching left fingers to the back. Lift the hips and then tap the mat. 1 more of those. Lift. And lift again. Bring your hands to the earth, little kick off through the back foot, step it up, top of the mat, take a halfway lift and forward fold. Same thing on the other side, hands will rise first, thumbs to heart space, exhale. Hands rise, we forward fold. Take a halfway lift. This time it'll be the left foot that steps back. We're dropping the knee to the earth. Hands rise. Lift hips and then twist to the right side. Bend the elbows. We're doing 3 more with the rhythm of your own breath. With twists, you do not have to turn the head. Some of us, it's very uncomfy to turn through the neck. So perhaps you're bringing yourself much more centered with the gaze. Pause on this twist. Find the back thigh with the right fingertips. Extend the left fingers up. Maybe you've got a little more extension to reach back. And then gently windmill, left hand to the earth, right to the sky. Hover the back knee and pause. We're coming onto the outer blade of the left foot as you turn the right toes out. Pause here and then drop the hips and look back, reach right fingers to the back of the mat. Lift hips and just go ahead and touch the earth somewhere in front of you. And then we're swaying back and forth. There's 3 rounds in total. This is the second one. Moving again with the rhythm of your breath to a twisted skandasana variation. Last time to touch down. This time step your foot back. Come and meet into downward facing dog. Ripple your way forwards towards the earth. Land your belly. Just take a moment, pause. Noticing perhaps if your heart is beating. Maybe you notice that your breath is a little invigorated. And you notice yourself actually lifting and lowering to the earth with your breath. We'll go for a little shoulder stretch here. So go ahead and spread your arms out wide like a T shape to the sides and keep your head centered. Bring the left hand in closer towards your body and then start to roll onto your right side. Now I've kept my right fingers roughly the same height as my shoulder out to the side. You could have your hand a little higher or lower depending on sensations that occur for you in your shoulder. Then start to snuggle both knees up and in towards you. And I'm inviting you just to pause here before we do anything else. We want to check in with this right shoulder. So remember, if you're feeling like this is too intense, it could be that you want to lift your right hand a little bit higher or a bit closer towards your body behind you. Find a place that feels like you can stay there. If you feel like you could add on to this, we could do different leg variations. I'm keeping my left hand in front of me just for support and then tapping left foot behind my body, left knee opens up. Some people keep the right leg, the bottom leg straight. You're choosing sort of what works for you here. Some have even more room and they'll bring the hips all the way to the earth. So we're bringing both knees towards the sky. That's not something I want to hang out in my body today. Final thing I'm offering is a change of the left arm. You could go ahead and snuggle that behind you as well if you wanted to. Could we stay for a couple more breaths? Not pushing or shoving the body, but making room for allowing and spaciousness. Last breath. We'll slowly unravel, coming down towards our belly. And if you want to take it through to child's pose, you could. I'm going to just take a pause here before I think about the second side. After a deep stretch like this one, it can be nice to let the body rearrange itself and to stay with those sensations of realignment. And then we set up for the second side. So it will be the left arm reaching out towards the side, right hand closer towards the body. I'm choosing to tuck both knees up and in towards my chest first, just seeing how that feels, making any adjustments I might require through the left arm. And then if I feel like there's room, perhaps tapping right foot behind the body, right knee lifting, whatever feels comfy for you, through the right arm. You might want it supporting you with the hand down in front of your face. And then see if you can linger and pause. Great way to open up through our hunchy spines. And last breath. We're going to slowly unravel and bring our way to the mat. Could be child's pose, could be laying flat. A moment to rebound. A moment to take up space. And that might be more metaphorically if you've tucked back into a smaller shape. But then take up space with your breath. From here, we're going to somehow find our way onto our spine. You can take a little vinyasa. You could just simply flip onto your spine. And we'll end with spinal twist before we head to Savasana. So we could simply bring the feet as wide as the mat, knees to the sky, and let the knees drop down to one side. Or perhaps you've taken a bind of the legs or lifted them in higher and closer towards your chest. Offering a turn of the head the opposite direction to the knees. As we start to notice energy begin to settle, internally and externally. Slowly lifting the legs through center, second side. Maybe you could imagine that the energy within you has been shook up like a snow globe. And now everything is beginning to settle. One snowflake at a time. Bring yourself back through to center as we head towards Savasana. Again, don't be afraid to take up space. You could literally spread the body. And begin to calm your breath.
Here we begin to wiggle our fingers and our toes, inviting a deep stretch as we inhale. Sigh away. Rolling to your side as you lift your way up to sit tall. Here I invite you to place hands down somewhere along your legs and thighs. Eyes closed down. Notice the sensation of an inhale and of your exhale. Perhaps gently say to yourself in this moment, I am here. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Thank you for joining in today's invigorating practice. I bow to you. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope you enjoyed it. Please don't forget to like it below, subscribe to my channel, and hit the bell icon. Not only will this keep you up to date with my offerings, but will keep content like To The Being free and accessible to all.